Proven over and over again that the diversity, the presence of different cultures and identities, and specifically immigrants, has been so crucial.
This Persian woman in tech movement is very important to me as a young female that's Iranian. I really, really see that as a way of telling stories.
In 2015, I was advising an early stage startup, an Iranian woman who was looking to hire an engineer, a woman who was Iranian as well, to diversify her engineering team. And that's the first time I realized that I am not as connected to my own community, the Iranian community.
First of all, the Persian women, they need more confidence, because in the society that is more male dominated, it's very hard for them.
For me in particular, I'm a consumer investor, and consumers come in all shapes and sizes, and so it's great to see more women, and particularly more Persian women in the space where it's been historically underrepresented.
Persian women in tech is very important to me because the way that I see it is there are two aspects to this. There's Persians in tech as well as women in tech.
Persian women in tech movement has been incredibly powerful. Since its launch, it's initiated and ignited and activated so many women. We have 9 chapters across the globe's landscape, and there's a lot of really wonderful volunteer activity and a lot of just connectivity. And that's the most important thing, is that when you bring people together in the same space, incredible things happen.
Just keep at it. We need more of you.
It's important to have a supportive tech ecosystem, specifically within the minority segment to spread in this part.
It's really important to have role models within the industry, and each and every person that stands for and works with and is part of Persian Women in Tech is allowing more females to get into the space. In order to build a more supportive tech ecosystem and environment, you really have to try to pull people up.
Stand up and show up. I think that's the first step that each person can take in this movement on supporting each other. Because if we are not supporting each other, how can we expect others to support us or our community?
Wow. Good night, good evening, welcome. It's an honor to be the host for the event tonight. On behalf of Thomson Reuters, I welcome every single one of you. And I think we know why it's important to have events like this. Reports after reports, we hear still women have challenges to find their places in tech sector. In Canada, science, technology, math, engineering are most dominant job marketplace, but still within those industries, women are having hard time and always have to face uphill battles to find their places and thrive. So that's why I'm very happy to see Thomson Reuters comes in to step up and partner with leaders like Sepide and host events like this, and we get together and really bring the change to life. A change that will last and change that is real. So welcome again. With that said, I think it's an opportunity that we talk about TR and introduce Thomson Reuters to you as well. Thomson Reuters has a great, successful Canadian history. It has a story that it's really worth telling. Back in 1930, Thomson Reuters started their company as a newspaper company in North Ontario. They expanded their business over 100 countries, as well as multiple fronts. TR provides trusted technology, information, and data and expertise for professional markets. Globally, we invest more than $1 billion annually on technology and innovation. We have been always the most innovative in our area. We did big data way before it became a corporate jargon. We really started machine learning in actual life 15 years before Western plays the Jeopardy in 2011. That's where we begin. That's where our journey is. But our commitment to Canada, our homeland, starts very strongly just recently. Back in 2016, Thomson Reuters committed to invest $100 million to create a tech center in Toronto. Big city, great place. Already at 300% staff, when we are fully staffed, we will be hosting 1,500 technologists in our center. So we look up to see that you get engaged with us and think about joining the company. It's a great place to work. The diversity is our competitive imperative. Our customers expect it. Our employees demand it. And the leadership is committed to it. So welcome again. And you will find our talent acquisition team members across the room. If you can raise your hand. We have actually technical engineers actually joining to make sure they talk to you. We are hiring and we look forward to a great networking session and the event. Welcome. Thank you.
Toronto. Oh my goodness, you guys are the largest launch we have ever had. So thank you so much for a cold welcome because it is snowing here and in San Francisco is much sunnier. My name is Samiee Nasiri, thank you. And welcome to the launch of Persian Women in Tech Toronto. I don't like to speak on the podium because I like to be amongst the community. Before I start and talk about why we are doing this and what our purpose is and what you will see now from now on in Toronto, I always like to get a feel of the room. So with a show of hand, can you tell me if you are a technologist? Awesome. Entrepreneur. Investor. Entrepreneurs look at the investors. Recruiters and marketeers. Of course. Well, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Samiee Nasiri, and I'm the founder of Persian Women in Tech. A lot of people ask me why I started this, and when you look around, even though our name is Persian Women in Tech, you will see a lot of men here. Why are they here today? They have to be part of the conversation. So please give a loud applause for them that they showed up. I've been in tech for about 16 years. I've never worked in corporate. I've always been part of the startup journey. And what I saw throughout the years it's always been a lonely place. I was the only woman, the youngest woman, and the only minority Iranian woman in the room among impressive, talented executives, and who had started innovative products and services. And I was part of that innovation route, but I would have loved to have more women voices because we were creating products that would also be used by them. And so throughout my journey as a founder or as a executive team, it was always on my mind while there weren't so many women in tech, and where were they? So a little bit of the background, I was born in Iran. I was 4 years old when we moved to Germany, and then when I was 14, we moved to the US. So coming to the US, we flew into Cupertino, down the street from Apple and Sun Microsystems. So my life had been blessed with having technology around me, and very privileged to work with computers from a very young age. I don't know if you guys remember those gray beige computers and the dial-in. It was like through AOL and the ring. Anyways, fast forward when I saw the ecosystem, I thought we have to do something about it. So we created this company called Women 2.0. The founders had this passion project of bringing women into technology, and that was in 2011 when everyone was talking about women in tech. Fast forward for 3 years, I worked there as a VP and supported about 250,000 women around the world with providing them opportunities through working in technology like Thomson, Reuters, or becoming entrepreneurs and supporting them and empowering them to raise money, connecting them with mentors, and then hopefully getting acquired by the Yahoos and etc. The company was acquired 2 years ago, and I started advising early stage startups. And one thing that came around in 2014 when I had left the company is that I couldn't find a lot of Iranian women. And as you heard in the video that I mentioned, I was advising one female founder who was a dear friend of mine, and she said, bring me an engineer that's Iranian. I really like to support my own community, but also diversify my engineering team. And I couldn't come up with one face. And I lived in Silicon Valley, and that was very strange to me. I said, where are they? Why don't we have a sense of belonging and have a community to tap into as technologists? And so I went to my good friends at Google and Facebook and Apple, etc., and they told me the same thing. There is no group for the Iranian women in tech, but they had other ethnicities who had formed groups back then. And that was an aha moment as an entrepreneur for me, that there is a problem, let's find a solution. And we had one meetup, 7 women showed up, another meetup, 20 women showed up. Then I knocked at those big companies again and said, can you host us? And 20 showed into 40, 40 showed into 80. And then fast forward, this year, March 29th, will mark our 4th year anniversary with over 11 cities around the world and empowering more than 10,000 Iranian women in tech. And this networking event is just your first step of looking around. Hopefully you know some of these women and men who are here. But the main DNA in this organization is that you're not here to take. You're actually here to give. So while you're here searching for your co-founder, for funding, for work, think about how you can help somebody else who's leaving here today. That could be something you have. If it's knowledge, if it's someone you can introduce to, if it's just to be someone's friend and listen to, but that's what your purpose is by coming here. We created this as a community so that everyone can belong and everyone can support each other. And I hope that you follow that footstep while you're taking, that you also are giving back. We have an amazing program today. But before I do that, nothing like this can happen without the support of, I call it a village. First and foremost, Thomson Reuters, Mona, Leyla, Tamaj, and the entire Thomson Reuters team. Without having hosts like this and the support system, we could not support you. So thank you so much first to our hosts. And without having a local, incredibly talented and amazing team, this could not happen. So can I ask the team to come up? Leyla, Parisa, Shadi, Arzu. So I'll have them introduce themselves, but just a background. We have been working on this close to a year, starting with Leyla reaching out and saying, come to the cold, cold Canada, Toronto. That's not what I said. So my name is Leyla Livy. I'm so glad to be here. Leading women, helping women. It's been a passion of mine. I've spent 15 years in corporate, worked for big banks, I'm an engineer by trade, and moved to marketing analytics, and then led a lot of analytics and technology-driven projects for big banks here in Canada. But I actually made a drastic move in the last couple of months. I decided that I wanted to start my own business and become an entrepreneur. So I am hacking the travel space. So I'm building a technology platform to make our life easier when we wanted to travel. It's still very, very difficult, and I love to travel. So I'm solving this problem for my sake, for my own, and I'm solving it for myself. Hopefully, there will be other people that will be interested. Sapita and I talked almost like a year ago, and I said, this has been a passion of mine. I'm tired of going to Persian events, and it's all been dating, and we need to kind of come together as a community and talk professional. And then, okay, dating can happen too, but then the main focus is like building networks, talk about empowering each other, and then celebrating our successes together. This is not a one-man show, so obviously we are the Toronto team. We have worked so hard to make this happen, obviously with Sapita's leadership. Thomson, Reuters, thank you so much for hosting us. But we need every one of you to help us move this forward. Thank you so much. Let's pass this over to Arzu.
Hello, everybody. My name is Arzu Tony. I'm a software developer. I work at Station. Actually, I'm very glad to have Station here and supporting us with the live streaming application. I'm very, very excited to be here to see like this many people coming here for the first event for the launch. And I hope that this gets more and more and more like in every event every month. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shadi. I'm probably the only non-engineer, doctor, lawyer, engineer here. I actually started my career in the public sector working for the government, left 3 years ago, and have dived head hard, strong, with a lot of tears. And I can't even say what I have on my mind, but anyways, into the world of the startup world, and it's been incredible with a lot of ups, a lot of downs, exciting, and I'm still on that roller coaster, and I'm so happy to still be alive, and I'm so glad to be here hosting this with you guys and helping make our community one where everyone else is fighting to get into our events. That has been a dream of mine for quite a while.
Hi everyone, I'm Parisa. I'm a PhD in data science. I just graduated and I got a job in Manulife as a data scientist. I didn't know Thomson Reuters is hiring, so now I know. And I'm teaching introduction to big data analytics at Ryerson as well. I'm also consulting some startups, hopefully, if I have some time. And then I'm helping out this event, thanks to Sapita June, that has like established this organization very well. So we're just like getting the her trophies and bringing it in Toronto, and we need all your helps to kind of move this forward.
With that said, we will start with our first program, and it's Leyla and Leyla in Conversation.
I think so, yeah. How many times happened that you actually go and talk to two Leylas
at the same time on the same panel. This is quite
That's
rare.
the first time, but I actually know that Leyla is a very popular name.
I love the name.
Yeah, me too.
I have another question. So
Go ahead.
I want to ask you about your story. Tell us a little bit about yourself, because I don't want, obviously I think that a lot of you have read the bio. The bio doesn't do it for me.
I know.
So tell us your story, something that we don't know, it's not written in your bio.
Yeah.
Something fun and exciting that we would
I'm
love
not
to.
a funny person, so sorry. My name is Leyla. I born in Toronto, in Tehran. A kid of 6, 5 girls, 1 boy. Very, very interestingly, I never felt their difference, and I always thought my poor brother, why is a boy? But you know, I came along, grow up. I faced different side of the world, a little bit older and older, faces harder and harder. While I got accepted to master degree program in Tehran, and I've been told that, nope, you can't start. And the reason was, you know, you're good, your knowledge is great, but as a woman, you're not dressing up or you're not looking the way that you should in a community of Iranians in Tehran.